and gentlemen, likers and subscribers, hobbyists, nerds of all kind, welcome. I am the Glue and Paper Guy. This is the place where we make our own top shelf toys. No goo, a little glue, no paint, just ink. The kit box is an inkjet printer. Come with me and we'll see a world of pure imagination made real in paper. This is a 96 scale Apollo command service module. This is about as close as I can get to the Revell styrene kit. It's accurate to size, take all the bits and pieces away. It even has a magnetic attachment for the command module to remove it from the service module, which by the way is fully detailed. That antenna is made of paper. I do a lot of real space modeling. Most of the real space modeling that I do was designed by a man by the name of Ton Noteboom. All of Ton's patterns that I'm aware of are available at the Lower Hudson Valley Challenger Center e-gift shop. $3, no cents. Download them anytime you want. There are other artists there as well, some excellent patterns. Ton has not been in contact with the e-gift shop for some time. Ton, if by some remote miracle you see my content, I would love a comment. I would like to get in touch with you very much and talk to you about what you've done. I'm quite a fan. Another one of the broad categories of building that I do is what I've decided to call Dreamtime Space. All of those marvelous spaceships that Robert Heinlein imagined in his young adult fiction, the stuff that Disney designed for Werner von Braun. This particular thing is half of a Disney Moonliner. There was something real like this that originally stood in the middle of Tomorrowland in the Disneyland in Anaheim, California. The pattern comes from a group of artists who call themselves Delta 7 Studios. There's one main guy, and I think there's some others that contribute to these designs. Look Delta 7 Studios up. They have an excellent line of kits. They are for pay. They're inexpensive, but if you want to try this stuff, they're wonderful. Imagine owning a 26 scale, let's build Gemini spacecraft. All your own for next to nothing. You never have to smell any glue. I think the glue I use in some things has got toluene in it. None of that. Print it on a printer, make as many as you want. It has an interior, it has an exterior. Delta 7 also publishes a lot of the stuff associated with the military applications for Gemini. Magical. The Japanese are an epicenter of papercraft. You know, they take everything to the highest level. This TIE fighter was designed by a Japanese artist whose name I am ashamed to admit I can't parse out of his website. The detail is amazing. When I show people pictures of this TIE fighter, they say, that's paper? And usually the conversation goes, yeah, no, really, it's paper. There is an artist, even better, who has designed the space pod from 2001 with full interior and exterior. Discovery, Taller Than I Am. The list goes on. Pretty much everything that was in that movie. During my regular content, I intend to do that space pod. That's kind of a holy grail for me. That's going to happen. I'll go through step by step how to build a studio scale Millennium Falcon. The pattern that I've built is medium detail, but when we zoom it up to something this long, it's going to need some extra work. This ATST I have printed in something in a format that is 4 times the size. When this thing is built with that paper, it's going to be 32 inches tall. There'll be lights in that Millennium Falcon, I promise that. The Glue and Paper Guy is just as likely to build a critter as he is to build a spaceship or a vehicle. My little friend here, Marvin the Martian, needs surgery. His arms are probably on backwards, and he's not supposed to be staring at his feet or pointing at me. While I've been shut in with the rest of us for the largest part of 2020, I've repaired several of the other models that I've had on my shelf that have needed fixed for some time, one of them being the Martian Walker. I've saved Marvin's somewhat crippled state for his own video. When I do the repair video for Marvin, I'm going to show you how you can bring your top shelf toys back to their original evil genius glory and stand Marvin up straight so that he'll be a proud member of the collection again. Some of my more experienced viewers may remember that silly movie from the 1970s about forests in space. Bruce Dern starred. This is neither Huey, Louie, or Dewey, but he's close enough to canon to suit my heart. I built this guy purely from scratch and used Microsoft Visio to design the pattern. So during my content, we'll do some original work. When I originally found Papercraft, it was more or less by accident at a time in my life when I had to have something to do and I didn't have a lot of money. I was a modeler when I was young. The last time I priced a 96 scale Saturn stack from Revell, it was more than $100 for the styrene kit, not to mention the paint, the paper, the masking, and everything else. That cost me time, a little bit of paper, and some ink for my printer. Let's get together, let's seek out some strange new worlds where people haven't gone before and see what we can create. I'm the Glue and Paper Guy.